Hello, good morning. We've got a question here that we want to answer. Let's see how we can answer this particular question. This question came in the test that I gave. So let's see how we are going to answer this particular question. So I'm going to say solutions. The question is saying, given that f of x is equal to 3x plus 1 and g of x is equal to 4x minus 1, find f inverse of negative 5. So whenever you just see f and the power negative 1, they just know that they are talking about inverse. So I want to find the inverse of f, and once we find the inverse, so where there is x, that's where we are going to put negative 5. So the function we are talking about is f. So meaning I say f of x, the function f of x is equal to what? 3x plus 1. Where there is f of x, you substitute by y. When you then you say y is equal to 3x plus 1. From here, you know that you need to make x the subject. So we are making x the what? We make x the subject of the formula. This is what we get to do. So making x the subject of the formula, this positive 1 goes to the other side of the equation. We have y minus 1. When it crosses the equal to sign, the sign will automatically change. So I'm just remained with 3x. From 3x there, I divide by 3 throughout the equation so that I just remain with x. This and that gets to cancel. So meaning that x there, x is now equal to y minus 1 over what? Over 3. It is at this point now where I've made x the subject of the formula. What I'm going to do is that I'm just going to say now that therefore f inverse of x is now equal to what? Have you seen I've said x there? Meaning where there is y there, I put x. X minus 1 over 3. So this is the inverse. After doing this now, where there is x there, that's where I'm going to put a negative 5 there, even there where there is x. So f inverse of negative 5 is equal to negative 5, where there is x, I've put negative 5, minus 1, then over 3. This is just the same as f inverse of negative 5 is equal to negative 5 minus 1. Same signs you add, then maintain the sign. So it is negative 6 over 3. Then finally, what is the answer? Negative 2. The answer is negative 2. Just like that, you are done. So this is how you get to answer this particular question. The same way I'm answering, this is how you are supposed to answer. Just like this, you are done. We move now to the next question. If you look at the next question, the way it is, there is g inverse there. So before we even go any further, we need to find the inverse of g so that the substitution becomes easy. This part, the way it is, these are called composite functions. I guess you know. These are called what? Composite functions. So what we are going to do is that I'm going to get the function g. So I'm going to say g of x is equal to 4x minus 1. This is what I'm going to do. Then the next thing that I will do here is that this part where there is g of x, I put to y is equal to 4x minus 1. It is at this point now where I make x the subject. So I make x the what? The subject of the formula. So I make x the subject of the formula. Meaning that this one comes this other side. Y plus, it is negative, that's the reason why it is positive, is equal to what? 4x. Divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4. This and that gets to cancel. I'm going to have x is equal to y plus 1 over 4. This is the answer that I'm going to find. where I'm going to say, therefore, G inverse of x is now equal to what? Where there is y, I put x. X plus 1 over 4. So this is the inverse part. Once I find the inverse part of G, then the substitution now becomes easy. So there now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to get the way it is. Have you seen? I'm told to find f G inverse of 2. So I start with the function f. F of x is equal to what? F of x is equal to 3x plus 1. From there now, I'm told to say I combine it with what? G inverse. So G inverse is here. This is G inverse. So what I'm going to do, since G inverse is here, so I'll say f, where there is x there, that's where I'm going to put the inverse G function. The only this part, so I'm going to say f G inverse of x is equal to, there is a 3 there, I say open bracket, where there is x I put this. This is x plus 1 over 4. I say cross. Then I write that one plus 1. Plus 1, I put it there. So what I've changed that, only where there was x, I've put this function g. Then I start multiplying, where I'm going to say f g inverse of x is equal to 3 times x, that is 3x, 3 times 1, that is 3 over 4. Then I say plus 1. Have you seen? So this is what I've come up with. It is at this point now where there is x, I'm going to put what? 2. So I'm going to say that f g inverse of 2 is equal to 3, where there is x, I put 2, plus 3 over 4 plus 1. This is what I'm doing. Where I'm going to say f g inverse of 2 is equal to 3 times 2, that is 6. 6 plus 3, that is 9 over 4 plus 1. If you evaluate this part, you are going to come up with an answer that will be fg inverse of 2, which is equal to, you are going to, when you evaluate this, you are going to get 13 over 4. 3 times 4, 4 times 1, that is 4, plus 9, that is 13 over 4. This is your answer. You are done. This is what you are supposed to do. I guess you've seen how I was answering this and you've gotten 1 or 2 things. Thank you so much for your attention. And those of you that could like to join us, this is Addisonite Learning Academy. We get to offer some good subjects, compulsory subject as well as English language. You can WhatsApp me on my number. This is my WhatsApp number. You can WhatsApp me on this number. So this is my WhatsApp number. Then I can help you get a distinction that you want. So this is my number, 0971 066747. Thank you so much.